I'd like to say hi, first of all. It's really great to see you guys again. Been a long time, and I'm anxious to get up there to West Branch. And also to our viewers out there, we're going to kind of give you some ideas of what exactly is going on out there. And Heather, maybe I'll go ahead and start with you. Maybe you can tell us how the community is gearing up for this opening.
We're ready to open, and a lot of our businesses are opening, reminding people that to follow the rules for social distancing and sanitary procedures and safety measures. But we're ready to open. We are ready to get back to everything happening in West Branch. We have an awesome area and ready to showcase it again.
What I'd like to get into, though, is maybe finding out more about what people can do right now. If I were to want to come up tomorrow, I can go out, and Vicki, you probably know about this, the Ogama Hills Pathway. Well,
yes.
People go out there, is that a good spot?
Our area of Ogama County, West Branch areas abound with nature, as you know from past shows. And the Ogama Hills Pathway, just north of West Branch, a few miles off Fairview Road, they have hiking and trails to walk and vistas to see, and birds. If you're a birder, there's a lot of birds in the area right now in their migration paths. And so the Ogama Hills Pathway would be one of the things that I would highlight to anyone who wants to come out for a walk, get outside. It's automatic social distancing. You can only get so close to each other on a trail like that. Another option we have is golf. And we have 4 great unique courses right within driving distance here in the West Branch area. And people have been playing on the courses for the last few weeks. They walked at first. Now they have carts at most of the courses, I believe. And a lot of people out golfing, and it's so nice to see everybody out enjoying the weather and the golf courses. It makes it look normal around here for a while. So I would say golf would be huge. The Ogama Hills Pathways. We have some great parks downtown. Irons Park. There's a little river running through it, and there's playscapes, and there's things for the kids to do and for us to do if we wanted to do picnics. A lot of tables spaced apart where your group can be alone with your family. So those are some of the things that we have going on in the outdoors.
Okay.
Emil, I think you've got some more outdoor things going on, don't you?
When you talk about outdoors, you get me excited. And,
I know. That's why I went.
For many reasons, you want to get away, you want to visit the best parts of the outdoors. The Ogama Hills is the place to be. And it's catch-22 because it's like you don't see a whole lot of people, and you wonder if there's other people. But as you see other people enjoying themselves, you're kind of reminded that this is part of God's country up here. Everything from the beautiful vistas on our high peaks to the valleys. A lot of the deer right now are fawning, and so when you're going through these trails and paths and out in the woods, it's not uncommon, especially right now. I seen a few last night of the fawns are just becoming, a process of birthing with our deer herd right now. But a lot of bears, the bear cubs are out now, and for whatever reason, we have seen a lot of bald eagles in the last couple of weeks. And I guess they're on the nest also out feeding and building their structures up better. But it's a beautiful time to be out there. You see a lot of ORVs, a lot of motorcycles, and the little quads. But we've seen quite a few horses here and there, especially up toward the northern part of the county. Just out 2 or 3 people. I think just a couple people out of a family just being out in the nature, either on a lake, fishing, or on the trail, walking, riding. It's just a beautiful time to be out in our area just because there's not a lot of people and the air is fresh, the sun is shining.
Well, Emil, I know you know a lot about the fishing lakes that are in the area. I know I've been to some of them myself. Are they opened up? Can people get out on them?
There's a lot of areas, with the last couple of weeks with our rain situation, some of the riverbanks are quite soft, so there's a little bit of caution to be done there. But when you get up into the Rifle River wreck area, most people are in the trout streams with their waders. And the trout season had a great kickoff. With some of the inland lakes, you see the fish starting to move a little bit more shallow as people are starting to jigger off the edges. But the docks are open. Our inland lakes, we're very thankful that we didn't have a major situation with them. But the water's high, no doubt about it. But they're easily accessible. The bluegills here about a week or two from getting on their beds, so that fishery will start really popping here next week or two, especially as we see the warm weather coming in and the water warming into the shallows. Those fish, the bait fish come in, and then our big predator fish everyone's always after are following those bait fish in. And so as the water starts to lower a little bit and it starts to warm at the same time, that activity is really picking up. And it's funny because you see one boat out there, next thing you see 2 or 3 boats, and everyone thinks the next guy knows what's going on, and until you see the little guy over on the other side of the lake, and they're just catching like crazy. So it's a very interesting time because the high water has changed the dynamic of how the lakes work, and those old fishing spots aren't as good as they used to be, but then there's new ones, and so the adventure is constant.
Okay. Now, what about especially state launches that the state still has some restrictions on their stuff? Are the state launches open?
The state launches are open. The docks are in, but they're limited. I've seen at quite a few of them, the docks are in, but in the 2 or 3 dock systems, they may only have one in, but you can still get in, you can still get out. And the big thing is for people that have maybe an expired tag or whatever, I think that's going to be allowed. You'll be able to use these sites until those offices open up, so you can, renew your all-access pass or recreational pass.
Okay. I know we talked about the fishing and getting into the outdoors, and another thing I want to talk about, and Tom, I'm going to ask you about this one, and that's the Rifle River Recreation Area. That's a great spot for people to go out to with all the lakes and the trails and just driving through.
No, that's exactly right. And I think the unique thing right now is even though the state park is closed to camping because of the governor's order through June 21st, it's still a great time to go out and enjoy what's there. You go out on the lake, you can get in a small boat, you can see the swans are in and check them out. And as you walk around the park, you'll see a lot of birds that are normally on their way north, south, east, or west, or whatever the birds are doing this time of year. They're nesting. Emil talked about eagles, and there's some eagles out there as well. And I just think it's a pretty good place for a family to go. Don't plan on camping. Don't plan on having any facilities to use. But if you're out for the day camping, there's businesses in the area near the state park that you can get into. So there's a lot of good opportunities for folks to just enjoy the outdoors.
Okay, and I know too that some of those things, if you've got a canoe, a kayak, you want to get on some of those lakes, this is a good time to do it. Also, you got the Rifle River right there, which not only great kayaking or canoeing, but great fishing too.
Well, it is the headwaters of the Rifle River, but as Emil said, with the high water, you need to be very careful. For at least for now, in the next couple of weeks, I would think it's going to dry out. But as you know, there's rain forecasts later this week and into next, so we don't know how much is coming. Hopefully, it's not another 9 inches of rain, but certainly can survive a little bit more rain. But I think it's a good opportunity to just bring your kayak or canoe. You can't back in a 40-horse speedboat, but or a 200-horse speedboat, but you certainly can. It's a non-motorized lake in that area, so you'd be in good shape.
There's also a lot of tours around the West Branch area. Maybe you could tell us about some of those.
We do have a lot of tours. We have a lot of driving tours around our area. One of them is called the Ogama County Barn Quilt Trail. We actually have a brochure on this, and we'll have them outside the Visitors Bureau and Chamber building that you could pick up and start doing it. This is packed with the different designs on the different barns that we've painted, and it shows history, and it's a great way to see our community and see where all the barns are in our community. We also have a listing of the Historical Society puts out several driving books, and there's the Ogama Trails. There's history on the Ogama Trails. There's Barons, Bosses, and Scoundrels. There's Centennial Farms. There is Architectural Jewels, and there's Ghost Towns and Legends. And all of these are driving tours. Some of them are longer than others, but it's a great way of checking those out as well. You can purchase these with the Historical Society. However, you can give them a call and see how you can get your book. We also have them at the Visitors Bureau and the Chamber Building by appointment only. Please give us a call, and we would be happy to show you how to get these books. But these are available. The Ogama Barn Quilt Trails are available outside of our building at all times.
People coming out and doing tours, they're going on all these great hikes and to all the parks that they can still get to. But how about places where they can stay, access to food, things like that? Is it available?
I'll touch on some of our eateries in our area. We definitely have many restaurant businesses that are open, offering curbside delivery and takeout. So there is several options there. You could visit our website and check website to look at the different options and call them in advance and get your takeout, curbside, or delivery ordered. As far as the places to stay, I'm going to turn that over to Emil. Emil, tell us about that.
Well, right now we have the Quality Inn open, and we have certified clean rooms. We have plenty of availability. We're looking at the Super 8 coming online here in about the next 10 days. So with ours over by the highway with Quality Inn and open right now, you have Pride Terrace Welcome open. But I know the Super 8 will be coming back online here in about 10 days. That's in the process right now of being extremely deep cleaned and sanitized. And so before we open that hotel again, it will have to be verified, and we will open it in the best shape it's ever been. That's the exciting part. Is the people that have came so far, we've gotten some great feedback, because really, no matter what we think, it's what the customer thinks, how they feel, not only when they arrive, but when they leave.
Well, one more thing before we go. I know, Emily, you had something that you wanted to say about this.
Well, we've been cooped up for quite a while now, and depending on where you are, some have been longer than others. But one thing's for sure, when you get to see the grandkids or some of the family, you just want to spend some time. So from our driving tours to walking to riding, just being in the great outdoors, we have that quality family time, especially in our area where we've all been missing it a little bit. So you get a chance, pop in and get your piece of small town America. This is what it's all about.
Okay, well, a lot of things to do. I know things have changed a little bit for people and how you go about your traveling, but it's still open for you. You need to get up there. More information on it. Heather, maybe you can give us an idea how people can get more information to come up there and learn more about these things.
We have a website, www.visitwestbranch.com. Which you can definitely go on there and see all the different activities and things to do and places to stay. We also have a wonderful Facebook page for you to follow. Please follow us, like us, and you'll see all the updates and different things that are happening in West Branch area. We also have an app that is available for you to download. So please download our West Branch app and get in tune with all of our stuff that we have going on. So that's 3 ways of checking in on us. And you could always just check our website for current updates.
Well, thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out with us here, giving everybody a chance to see and hear from you guys what's going on, how things are going to start. And I know everybody's anxious to get out there. And here's a good opportunity. So I hope you get up there, enjoy West Branch. It's a great place to be.